Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge and welcome back to Choice of Life Wild Islands, where last time Tom Hunks went on quite the adventure. He found a paradise valley, he painted a picture of himself because of course he did, he climbed a mountain, he befriended a goat, and he got a little bit too friendly with a monkey, which was actually an ape. We could all see it was an ape, but the game called it a monkey, but whatever the case, he got a little bit too friendly with it, and it was a bit weird, wasn't it? It was a bit weird, it all got a little bit strange, but we're past that now. I think we just mark that down as a bit of a dark chapter in the past of Tom Hunks, and now he's all over that. It's all fine, it's all sorted out. He's moved on from that, he's climbed to the top of a mountain, he's come back down, and now we do have some different choices. So we could potentially go to Fragile Rock, which doesn't say Fraggle Rock, although I wish it did say Fraggle Rock, because that would be quite fun. So we could go over to Fragile Rock, and then in our heads sing the Fraggle Rock theme tune the entire time we're there. We could go and look at these secrets beyond the mountains, or we could go back here to our lovely, lovely valley. And I think we need to check out these two first. I think if we go back to the valley, these two are going to be closed off from us. So let's go, I think, and have a look at the Fragile Rock. Definitely not Fraggle Rock. There are no Fraggles over here and no Dozers or anything. It's just Fragile Rock. Let's go and take a look at Fragile Rock and see what's happening. Eager to enjoy the view, you climb up on a hill near the edge of the cliff. Sitting and gazing into the distance, you throw pebbles into the sea until you notice that the stones break off the rock effortlessly. Okay, write your name on the rock or walk away. Do you know what? Let's write our name on the rock. Why not, eh? It took one of our precious kind of toolboxes or whatever they are, sort of piles of resources, but do you know what? That was probably quite fun. Digging through your duffel bag, you'll find the semblance of a primitive chisel. Now with a hammer, you can work on this rock. Okay, so we've found a chisel and a hammer in our sort of little kind of bag of bits and bobs, and we've written our name down. Oh, that was quite fun. A couple of hours later, the surface of the rock was covered with faces and scribbles of your own. I thought maybe we were supposed to be just writing our name, just putting like, you know, Tom Hunks was here. We're not supposed to be creating like a gigantic big work of art, are we? Try to break off a bigger piece. Think about something bigger. Break off a bigger piece? What do you mean break off a bigger piece? What, we're trying to sort of break off a bit of rock to take it with us? Or think about something bigger? I'm going to think about something bigger because I don't understand what try to break off a bigger piece means. I'm not quite sure what we're supposed to do with that. So let's think about something bigger, shall we? If you spend a lot of time and effort, you can do something really great. And it's the right place to do it. Oh. Try to break off a bigger piece. Okay, let's go and do whatever that's going to do. By tapping at a certain angle, you could easily break off a large piece of rock. This material is a sculptor's find. Oh, I see. So we're sort of, we've chiseled our name into it and drawn some pictures and faces and everything else. But then we realise that we could break off a bit of rock and take it with us or what have you. Okie dokie. By the end of the day, you're really tired, but you've learned how to carve primitive geometric shapes. Okay, let's have a bit of a sleep. You're unstoppable. You've carved yourself a bed and a pillow. This orthopedic rest is surprisingly healing. Hang on, we got a heart back because we slept on a bed that we'd carved out of some rock. Okay, I mean, is that not just kind of like sleeping on the floor possibly? But okay, a lovely stone pillow there, very nice. Right, okay. Carving figures out of this stone is a pleasure. You've got your creative juices flowing. It remains to decide in what direction you want to create. Think about the eternity. Think of your own greatness. I wish I could find someone to talk to. We all know what it's going to be. We all know what the answer's going to be because Tom Hunks does love themselves. So think of our own greatness. Aren't we completely amazing, Tom Hunks? We are fabulous. I am man, the crown of nature. Okay. I am young, healthy and beautiful. I was created to be enjoyed. I am still alive. Okay, if we're playing to the character of Tom Hunks, who does absolutely fancy himself somewhat, I think we're going to go for this. I am young, healthy and beautiful. Let's go for that one. With your ideal body in mind, you set to work. I mean, it's our own body, surely. Our own body is the ideal body. Tom Hunks has made it that way. For days, crikeys, for days now you've been carving yourself out of stone. Then you thought about it and your hand twitched. Now your statue has no ear. I mean, could we not just sort of put hair over it? That'll do, we'll start over. Do you know what? If we're going to do it, let's do it properly. We'll start over. I imagine it's going to cost us either like a bag of supplies or a heart or something. Well, is that because we've got to get some more supplies, or that because we're exhausted or something? You showed extraordinary perseverance and soon received a well-deserved reward. It's been days, so many that you've lost count, but your creation is ready. You've put your whole heart and soul into it, and this is it. And there it is. And yeah, I am not surprised at all that we've decided to carve a statue of ourselves wearing no clothes, because Tom does seem to get his clothes off at any opportunity at all. So, do you know what? There we go. Let us admire the majestic, beautiful, wondrous, now rocky form of Tom Hunks there. Okay, right. We've made a fun statuary type thing. It got what it got. Okay, so ideally, leave it as it is, or I don't like it, I'll redo it. I mean, it looks okay, doesn't it? Doesn't it look okay? I don't know what's in the hand of the statue there. What's the statue holding? I'm not entirely sure. Some sort of apple, possibly? Is that an apple? Like sort of an Adam and Eve type thing? I don't know. But okay, so we could leave it. We could leave it as it is, or we could redo it. Do you know what? If we're here and we're not overly happy with it, because that implies that maybe we're not happy with it, then yeah, do you know what? Let's redo it. Let's redo it and just try to make it a little bit better, shall we? Because, you know, we would try and make it look as good as it could. We're only here the once, possibly. So, yeah, let's try and do it, shall we? If we're going to do it, let's do it properly. So, title received, The Disaster Artist. We'll turn this arm, we'll cut off the excess, we'll change the hairstyle, and the stone crumbles with your dreams of being Michelangelo. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's all gone horribly, horribly wrong. Oh, okay, so we didn't carve a statue of ourselves, or if we did, it was a really awful... Oh, no, there it is! It's fallen apart. Oh, no. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. Oh, that would have been quite fun to have a gigantic statue of Tom Hunks there. Just, you know, standing proudly looking out across the sea, welcoming people to the island. But no, now it's just Tom Hunks's bottom half. Which I suppose is quite appropriate for Tom Hunks, because, you know, he's always trying to get his kit off, so that sort of works out. Okay, right, so we've been to Fraggle Rock, and it didn't go entirely according to plan. Let's go and look at the secrets beyond the mountains. Little bit kind of vague, this one. Little bit kind of vague, and I'm not entirely sure what we're going to expect here, so let's go and have a little look. There is something new hiding around every corner of the mountain trail. You wonder what you'll find on this side of the island. Okay, mysterious treasures, paradise shores. Maybe I should go back to the valley. Okay, no. So what are we looking for? Treasure or shores? I mean, we already have a paradise valley, and there's quite a lot of nice beaches around. So possibly some mysterious treasures. I do notice a nice crown there. I imagine Tom might quite like to wear a crown. So mysterious treasures. Good thing you didn't go back to the valley. Without you, those lucky finds would be lost. Yes, they would. In your reverie, you didn't notice you slipped, and now you're rolling downhill fast. How do you not notice you slipped over? Surely you would be entirely aware that you'd just fallen over. Try to stop, or yoo-hoo, faster, faster. I mean, before we've done this, we've tried to go faster, and I think it worked. I think it worked, didn't it? We picked up speed and then kind of did a dramatic leap and landed, I believe. So let's try and go faster. Oh, okay, that didn't entirely work this time. You glide dashingly. I mean, yeah, obviously, we would do that. Tom would definitely glide dashingly. You glide dashingly down a winding rocky path and then crash full speed into a tree. And then another tree. And a third. Okay, right, we're crashing into trees like a sort of a cartoon character tumbling down a hill. The crazy descent ends with a dark tunnel. This is where you can rise to your feet. Okay, try to get up, look around, go through the tunnel. Okay, I think looking around might be a good idea to examine for danger. After carefully examining the walls of the tunnel, you find another one. Very narrow, but if you lie on your stomach, you can get through. Okay, so try to get up. Well, that's climbing back up to get away from these tunnels. I imagine that'll just result in us falling down again. Let's go into the secret second tunnel that we just found. Because, you know, we've just sort of found it by virtue of searching around, so it's possibly a bit more interesting. Let's go into the second tunnel. Before you got to the island, you were climbed in tighter places too. You should be fine. Do not get stuck, Tom. You hadn't crawled for 10 yards before you got stuck. Okay, The tunnel's getting thinner. Wait, and then try to get out. Oil yourself. I mean, of all the Tom Hunks things to do, I think oiling ourselves is probably the most likely thing. Do we have some oil? We're going to oil ourselves. It took the whole bottle, but now you can finally get out. But it did take another sort of bag of our goodies. So we're down to, 3 hearts and 4 bags of goodies, I think. But, okay, so a very oily... very sort of shiny, glistening Tom Hunks is now going to pop out from the other end of this tunnel. Just as you're about to break free, something starts biting your toes. Okay, stomp and kick, light a fire, and watch. Well, hang on. If we're in a tunnel, and it's a tight tunnel, which it obviously is because we had to oil ourselves, surely lighting a fire is not going to do much to something around our feet, because the fire is going to be in front of us, is it not? Stomp and kick. Surely we have to stomp and kick to get the thing away from our feet, do we not? Allow a squeak, and the rat that bit you flies back against the wall. Okay, right, that was the right choice. Squeaking, hissing and scraping can be heard from all directions. It's a rat's nest. Okay, shoot the rats. Okay, have we got a gun? Or scatter the rats in all directions. I kind of feel like shooting rats isn't going to help, is it? There's going to be a lot of rats, and we're going to have a finite amount of bullets. So, or whatever is muskets, or whatever we've got, musket balls. Let's scatter the rats in all directions. That was a terrible idea. There are too many of them. As soon as you throw a couple of rats at the wall, you're immediately bitten by 10 more. Okay, we're having a bad time in here. The rats are scared and confused. They won't eat you, but they won't let you run away either. So we can distract them with something, I imagine some food, or they won't. I'll run away anyway. Let's distract them. Distract them with some stuff. You have a piece of stale bacon left over. The rats got distracted and forgot about you. Bacon? Have we been sort of culling pigs on the island? That must be a very stale piece of bacon, because we've been here for a while. I think, okay, fine. Right, the rats have left us alone. In the middle of the tunnel, a brook babbles merrily. Okay, wash up, go upstream, go downstream. Let's wash up, because that might help us sort of, cleanse our wounds and such. It might get us a heart back, possibly. Ooh, cleaner. Now you're the cleanest sailor on the island. We're not actually a sailor game, are we? That was established in the first sort of bits of the game. We're not a sailor. We're sort of brought onto a boat by unscrupulous means, shall we say. But okay, right, so a new titly thing. Upstream or downstream? Who knows? Upstream. Let's go upstream. Why not? Oh, the tunnel ends in a dead end. Here's a bush with here a bush with large yellow berries grows. Is that the magic bush thingamajig? Is that one of the magic bush things that we found early on that healed us up? That got mentioned last time, possibly? By maybe a sailor and one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse? It was a bit weird. Go back downstream. You see a light at the end of the tunnel. Ahead you can see a way out. The brook tends to a crack in the rock and plunges down into the lake. Jump in the stream and slide down, walk on the rocks and jump off. I think walking on the rocks, they've each got their own risk actually. I was going to say that's safer, but if you slip off a rock, you might then fall onto another rock and another one and hurt yourself. Whereas if you just jump in the stream and slide down, you're not going to hopefully crash into rocks on the way, but you don't know what's at the bottom. So this one here, there is a risk in getting down. This one here, there is a risk in sort of, when you get to the bottom, like how deep is it going to be? It says a lake, but what if we hit a shallow bit of the lake? I don't know. I don't know what to do with this one. Do you know what? Let's just jump in the stream and slide down. Okay, that was a terrible idea. You were swept around on the next turn of the current, you went into the lake backwards and upside down. Okay, right, so that didn't go very well. You surface from a lake to sit and see. There's no way to climb up to the cliff, and it's not far to the shore. Hurry up and row forward. Float lazily on your back. The game hasn't said there's a threat. It's not said, there's a thing coming to eat you or something bad's happening. So let's have a little lazy float around, shall we? Oh, the duffel bag pulled you to the bottom. You had to throw some tools out of it to avoid drowning. Oh, that didn't really work very well. Nearby, you notice a large log. It's not a log, is it? That's not a log. That's a crocodile or alligator or one of those things, a big bitey thing. I think we swim away from this obvious problem. Let us swim away. You keep swimming and you see a hungry, again, I don't know how to say it, caiman. I'm going to say swimming after you. Okay, right, we're being chased by a hungry thing. Caiman clearly wants to eat you for lunch, and you can't stand on the bottom and fight back. Right, swim further to shore, or dive. Let's swim further to shore. You swim so fast that Caiman only has time to grab your pant leg. Now, you only have one pant leg. I mean, that's probably fine with Tom. It means you can show off a bit more flesh. You've reached shallow water, time to get on your feet and fight off the caiman. Sit on it, hit the eyes. Now, I'm unfamiliar with how to deal with such a creature, but I wouldn't have thought sitting on it would be like sitting on its head or sitting on its back. Maybe sit on its back and kind of clamp its mouth shut or something. Or try sitting on it. That was a terrible idea. The caiman dived in and bit you on the behind. It says that, oh dear me, there is time to escape, but here you can see an opportunity for a counter-attack. Rush ashore or counter-attack. What are we going to get from fighting the thing? Apart from possibly, we might get some leather as a resource, or like, not leather, like sort of hide or whatever, as a resource. Do we bravely try and counterattack? Let's give it a go. We've only got one heart left. This has been a disastrous journey, but do you know what? Let's counterattack, shall we? When the caiman suddenly goes underwater, you realise that you have never once fought a caiman. No, indeed. The caiman's got you by the leg and won't let go. Just a little more, and it'll drag you to the bottom. Burst out, punch it in the head. We're going to punch it in the head. You get lucky. You hit some important valve in the mouth. The caiman chokes and lets you go. Okay, right, can we get out of here now? Fine, you can run away from the caiman, but where to? To the nearest cliffs, down the shore to the woods. I mean, going up might be a good idea, because I don't imagine it's very good at climbing cliffs. So maybe let's go up some cliffs. You run up the cliffs, but they are not easy to climb. I mean, that's kind of what I'm gambling on. We should be able to kind of muddle through, but the caiman isn't going to be able to climb up after us. That's what I'm sort of hoping for. You finally manage to climb the rocks as you suddenly hear a rumble from somewhere above you. Climb the rocks further, jump off the other side of the cliff. Oh, I mean, a rumble somewhere above you. What does that mean? What is that? I mean, is it something coming down? Is there a big rock tumbling down? So if we climb the rocks further, we're going to get squished by a rock. But if we jump off the other side of the cliff, maybe, we don't know what's there. We could just plummet to our doom. So, I mean, this is a 50-50 chance of 50-50 chance of our second death in the game. Let's jump off the other side, and we've died. As soon as you land, someone bites you. Okay, good. You're dead. Now you have no more choices. Okay, good. Right, let's go back to Secrets Beyond the Mountains. We shall do the same things again. Up to a certain point, I think. So yeah, we'll look around the tunnel because that was good. We'll go into the second tunnel. I kind of feel like we should have done that. We'll oil ourselves up because of course we will. Stomp and kick, get rid of the rats. However, back at the rat bit, let's shoot the rats. Yeah, we've been given this opportunity here, and that's what this game is about. So scattering the rats, we knew was a bad idea. Let's shoot the rats. There we go. The shot wounds a few rats and scares off a dozen more, but there are still quite a few remaining. Okay, they're scared and confused. Yeah, distract them with the stale bacon. Okay, so we saved ourselves a point there. We'll wash up because we get the cleaner thing. I think we would have it anyway. We'll go upstream because then we get a heart from that. Then go downstream. Okay, light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, so that resulted in us losing a heart. So, with the knowledge that we've gained from our wibbly-wobbly multi-timeline going on, let's walk on the rocks and jump off. It wasn't easy, but you didn't break anything. And yeah, those situations there, that is just a pure gamble, isn't it? Because it could have easily gone the other way. We could have jumped down and it gone, yeah, you landed in the water and it was fine. And the rocks one, the one that we have just chosen, we could have slipped off that and smacked our head on several rocks as we went down. So that is a bit 50-50, that kind of choice there. But okay, so we are now down in the water. Okay, so float lazily on your back means we lose a thing. So again, using our wibbly-wobbly alternate timeline knowledge, let's hurry up and row forward, or swim forward, I should say. You're close to the shore, but you're running out of energy. You notice a nearby log. Okay, we're not going to grab the log because that's the creature. It's clearly not a log. So let's swim. Okay, so we can see it coming after us. Swim to shore then. Okay, so we'll do that. We're not going to sit on it. Let's try and hit it in the eyes. Is that how you fight one of these? Poke it in the eye. The caiman is in a lot of pain, but it's not backing down. Okay, we now have the opportunity for a counter-attack. So if we counter-attack, that was okay. When the caiman suddenly goes underwater, you realise you've never fought one before. I mean, technically not true now. We have fought one before in the alternate timeline. Right, punch it in the head. Okay, it lets us go. And then go to the nearest cliffs. So we're going to do this again, but we're not going to do the jumping off thing. Let's climb the rocks further and see what happens. Right, there you go. The further you climb, the closer and louder the rumble. A rockfall begins. Okay, I thought if we climbed upward, the rockfall would have happened and would have hit us in the face and took one of our hearts away. But do you know what? Now, with the benefit of wibbly wobbly alternate dimension hindsight, we've now got 4 hearts. So we might possibly survive. Oh, there are bits of rock coming down. Huge boulders are falling all around, and it's getting harder and harder to dodge them. Okay, so we can try to outrun a rockfall, or we can crawl across a rock slide. Okay, I don't know what that means, but trying to outrun a rockfall does seem a little bit like a fool's errand. So how about we crawl across a rock slide? It's easier not to get hit by rocks, but suddenly your duffel bag clings to a rock, and a huge piece of rock comes flying at you. Drop your stuff and run. I'm not leaving you, sack. Okay, we have got 4 hearts. We have got 4 hearts right now. And I think it's easier to acquire hearts by just doing things that help us relax or heal up or have a wash or whatever. It's easier to get those than it is to get the equipment stuff. So I think we would realise the importance of our bags of goodies. And I'm not leaving you, Sag. So it might cost us a heart, possibly. Oh, no. Oh, skill learned. Leg injury. Your belongings are safe and sound, but your leg was crushed by a boulder. Oh, Tom. Oh no, Tom's got a leg injury. The rockfall is slowly ending, but your foot is still crushed by a boulder. Okay, push the boulder away sharply. Make a lever. Okay, so now we're going to have to use a bag of tools to make a lever to get us out of the situation that we got in by trying to not lose tools. Okay, this is brilliant then. Oh, you did it, you're free. It didn't take any tools. Okay, we're free, but we're injured. Right, the rockfall is over and the caimans are far away, but the trail back into the valley is blocked. I'll find another way to the valley. Find another place to live. No, I'll find another way to the valley, please. You can't climb over the mountains with a broken leg until it heals. You can forget about the valley. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, right. So we can't currently anyway, get back to our lovely Paradise Valley, which is, I mean, it's literally just here, isn't it? But okay, we need to go into the unknown woods. Ooh, spooky. So we're hobbling now into the unknown woods. You step out into an unfamiliar clearing. Caverns, caimans, rockfall. Your misadventures are just beginning. And they began a long while ago. Don't talk about the ape. Right, what should I do about my leg? Or will I survive without my gear? I mean, maybe more pressingly we should sort out the leg. Yeah, the gear's great, but we're currently hobbling around with a bit of a broken ankle or whatever. So what do we do about our leg? Good rest in the valley and some medicine would have easily cured it, but there's no way to get to the valley and the right medicine was gone. Okay, that doesn't help though, does it? Suddenly, a parrot lands on your shoulder. It nibbles your ear affectionately, distracting you from your gloomy thoughts. Okay, so don't waste your time on a loser. Oh, that's a little bit kind of self-pitying, isn't it? If you survive, so can I. Hello, parrot. Hello, goat. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we have got a goat friend. Has the goat come with us? Can the goat help us? Okay, so hello, parrot. Hello, goat. Because, yeah, we have got a goat friend. Yes, the goat survived too. He fell behind you at the tunnels, went the other way, and didn't get hit by the rockfall. He came here because someone in this world needs you. Oh, we've got the parrot and the goat with us now. Hooray! Anyway, you need to start healing. Right now, every step of the way is causing you a lot of pain. Right, so make a cane out of a stick, put a splint on it, or stitch up a wound. And we can do that because we do have ourselves some healer's tools. We found them on the boat, didn't we? On the wreckage of the ship. So let's stitch up a wound, shall we? The doctor's tools are piled up in your duffel bag, but how to use them? Okay, boil some water. Absolutely. Boil the water because that will, get rid of the germs that are on the tools and things. So yeah, boil some water, please. Your intuition told you to build a fire and rinse your tools in boiling water. They were able to close the wound. Okay, so we've now got, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 5 hearts, but only 3 tools left. Okay, That's probably fine. There's nothing left among your belongings to help with your leg. You'll have to explore the island to find a path to healing. Right, so search the shore, search the woods. Again, 50-50, isn't it? Who knows? Let's search the woods. Why not? You look at every tree, smell every bush, but nothing seems to be healing or at least suitable for food. But suddenly, something shines in the distance. We need that planty thing. We need the magic plant. Oh, okay, or whatever that thing is. When you reach the side of the forest, you find a small stone building with some strange writing carved on it. Read the writing, inspect the building, knock, knock. Okay, first things first, inspect the building, because, it might be trapped, you might go near it and it'll shoot arrows at us, or spikes might come out or something, so inspect the building very carefully. Your attention is drawn to a strange window on the other side of the building. As you get closer, you hear a voice. Oh dear. Hang on. Altair. Is it a thing? Is it a person? We welcome you to the Altar of Quick Answers on Golden Grass Island. In the drought season and the rainy season, we are ready to provide you with divine grace at the most reasonable prices. Okay, so we can either go, hey, what's this? Or why do I understand that? I don't understand what that says. But yeah, that was the voice talking to us. I'm going to go, hey, what's this? Because that's a more natural kind of response, isn't it? If you experience unpleasant sensations when working with an altar, consult a priest. The altar should not be used by pregnant women, nursing women, and those who have not been outdoors for more than 3 days. Okie dokie, right, so we've got a very specific altar. So what purpose do you use this altar for? I want to go to the temple, I need healing, I'm looking for the treasures. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. We could have gone and found some exciting sparkly treasures, but I think maybe we need to heal ourselves first. So, yeah, I need healing. Please help us. Our altar allows you to heal injuries of the hands and feet, heal what you've seen, grow a lost conscience, and wisdom teeth. The altar is not responsible for the state of the soul after the treatment. Okay. There's a lot of terms and conditions with this altar, but okie doke. Please tell me exactly what you would like to heal. Our shin, or we're wounded in the leg. Yeah, that one there, because there's blood on it. So yeah, we're wounded in the... Hang on, I don't know which one are we injured in? Just injure our leg. Whichever bits of our leg are injured, can we please point to them? Wounded in the leg? The altar rattles and rustles as if your message is only getting through with interference. Okay. It's a very bad line. The disease obtunded keg has been selected. To decrease the level of fat in your body, say 1. To change the choice, say 2. Okay, no, we haven't got obtunded keg. No, 2. To change the choice, say 2. Okay, the altar endorses your choices. Please tell me exactly what you would like to heal. Leg injury, legs. Let's go for that one. Right, okay. So we are currently trying to deal with a sort of an automated phone system type thing, but it's an automated altar system. This time the altar rattles for a particularly long time and then goes silent. Did you really break it? The disease leg injury is selected. To get rid of this skill, say 1. To change the selection, say 2. Get rid of this skill, say 1. Okay, we want to get rid of our leg injury. Is that what we mean? I don't know what's going on. Yeah, that one. Yeah, 1. Okay, skill removed. I see. Right. It was a skill. It was a skill in here. I mean, not a very good skill, not a desirable skill, but it was considered by the game as a skill. So now, that's gone. Healing and deducting donations is automatic. Your leg heals and your duffel bag becomes empty. Now we are burning through our supplies a bit quickly. Thank you for using our services. How would you rate the altar work? Do you know what? Eventually it was fine. When we got through to the right department and everything, it was fine. Winner of the impossible. We're glad to hear that. We look forward to seeing you again next year. That is a bit unfortunate, isn't it? Because had we not injured our leg, then we might have been able to get treasure from that, or find our way to the fancy kind of pyramid thing, whatever it was. But there you go. Well done, sailor. You're well and healthy. Now you're going to be rewarder. Okay, I don't... Reward? What reward? I didn't do it for the reward. No, reward? What reward? It's a secret. Surprise. Orlando is sneaky. Follow Orlando. Okay, right. The parrot leads you through the forest, along the shore, and leads you to a beautiful coral reef. Wow. Or thank you, Orlando. Joe, Orlando, thank you. Because for a long time, we've had our doubts about you. I think it's fair to say. You've not really been around very much. You've not been overly helpful. All you've kind of done is come in and nibble at us a bit and then steal our hat and go away. So thank you, because this might be quite good. So yeah, thank you very much. Orlando is nice. Orlando is nice. The water around the coral reef are teeming with fish. It is sunlit and the sea protects it from predators. It is not as abundant as the valley, but it is beautiful. Okay, so we found a new lovely place to be. Now I'm going to live here. You can live a life of abundance again. So now we've found the Coral Island. So the unknown woods are done, but we're over there now. Okay, I mean, are we not there though? Oh, no, I don't think we're actually there. I think we've kind of looked at it from afar. Do we have to go across the water? I wanted to get to the temple. There's an exciting temple-y thing there with, let's be honest, kind of wacky faces on it. Look, there's like fun faces. I wanted to go there, but never mind. Right. Let's head over in a boat that we've somehow acquired. Where was the boat? To the Coral Island. After a good night's sleep in the shade, you're finally awake and ready to get on with life. What to devote this beautiful day to? Okay, take a look around or admire the coral reef. Let's take a look around first, shall we? And then we can look at the coral reef another time. So take a look around. What do we have going on? The island is quite small, but under its palm trees you're sure to find something unexpected. Look, other parrots. There's a hell of a lot of them, says Orlando. What's your language there, Orlando, please? Will you establish diplomacy with them? Show them who's the boss. Okay, we're talking to a parrot about diplomatic relations with other parrots. Will you establish diplomacy with them? Let's go for that one. Orlando at your service. The parrot flaps his wings and flies to his wild brethren. Okay, so he's going to have a chat with the parrots. A palm tree uprooted by a storm catches your eye. There's something shiny under its roots. So this is what I need to get. I see an excuse to grab a bite to eat. Okay, I imagine we are probably a bit hungry. So let's grab a coconut, because that looks like a coconut to me. Or a very weird bowling ball. But we'll grab that, because it's got to be a coconut. The dry but still edible fruit of the fallen palm tree served as a weak lunch. You stare sadly into the distance until you think of it again. The shiny object is embedded in the ground, and it's as dry and hard as a stone here. Okay, so the ground here is quite hard. This island needs a goat. Do you know what? Yeah, that's probably not helping with the situation, but the island needs a goat. Your goat, which somehow swam with you to the island, quickly tears up the ground with its horns and hooves. After doing its job, it disappears again in an unknown direction. I like that there's no explanation. Your goat, which somehow swam with you to the island. Somehow, Palpatine has returned. Okay, fine. Finally, you pull a shiny object outward. It's a large key. But where's the lock to it? Okay, no lock. Go to hell, or I'll make the key into a tool. I kind of feel like maybe we should just keep it. Because maybe one day we'll find the thing that might fit. Like, I don't know, a treasure chest, buried pirate treasure or something, I don't know. But no lock, go to hell means we're probably going to fling it into the sea or something. I'll make it into a tool. At least then it'll turn back into a sort of a bag of resources, maybe. Yeah, there we go. The heavy handle is good for a hammer. The serrated part for some kind of mechanism. Basically, anything can be used. Alarm! Alarm! Run! Okay, the parrot's telling us to run. What is it? What's wrong? Or, all right, run. Like, do you know what? Let's ask questions later. Let's run now. All right, run. Oh, you're not used to this kind of island yet. You didn't notice the holes under your feet, and you got your nose broken, and running away from a flock of wild parrots. Oh, okay. I mean, we have got quite a lot of hearts, so that's not so bad. Varnak Magok. The largest parrot moves slowly toward you, flapping its wings menacingly. Okay, right. So we're being threatened by a parrot. So we can say, Ottoman is kaput. Don't touch Orlando, or I come in peace, friends. Let's try that one and probably get pecked to death or whatever. Oh yeah, we did. Heled a Godorben van. I Don't know what that means. A wild parrot is so outraged by your words that it lunges at you and starts pecking you on the top of your head. Go away, I don't want to get pecked. The parrots fly at you in a flock, shouting something in an unfamiliar language. They're unlikely to kill you, but Orlando may be in trouble. Okay, so we can shoot them, cover the parrot with ourselves, or yell. Do you know what? Let's do the brave, noble hero thing, and we'll cover Orlando with ourselves. We shall shield you, we'll form a human shield around you, Orlando. Don't you worry, we've got plenty of hearts. After a quarter of an hour of nearly all the parrots had fallen behind you, but who would have thought they could inflict so many wounds on an honest sailor? Again, we're not a sailor game, but right you are. The last parrot has decided to die with honour. He rushes at you so fast, there is no time to counterattack. What? Are we now having a one-on-one battle with a parrot? Okay, we have lost half our hearts, I think, to the parrot battle. Head-to-head, bonsai, or bounce to the side. I mean, let's go to the side. We've lost another heart. The parrot failed to control itself and flew past, but accidentally caught you with its claws. Thank you. These savages don't know the term diplomacy. Okay, so because we basically said, hey, go and be diplomatic, we've now been quite horrifically beaten up by some birds. Okay, good. You're not much of an ambassador. You did everything you could. Do you know what? Let's be nice, because otherwise Orlando might peck us and cause more damage. So you did everything you could. Orlando wanted to feed them, but he's going to feed you. The parrot jumps off your shoulder to fly for the plump fruit. Oh, he got us a heart back. Oh, that's quite good. Thank you, Orlando. That'll help a little bit. Your adventures have worn you out. It makes you want to do something a little less life-threatening. Oh, write a novel about your life or fish. Fish might help us get some hearts back, but I think Tom Hunks would want to write a novel about his life. Yeah, we could pen the exciting tales of his existence and get it all written down and, to be an amazing thing for people to read. And, of course, he would embellish it a little bit, shall we say. I mean, the parrot battle there, when he writes about that, he was, of course, fighting, gigantic, big parrots and possibly a dragon, that kind of a thing. So, let's write a novel about our life. You once took ink and paper with you, and it never came in handy. I wouldn't have thought we had all of that kind of stuff. You sit down to write your story, and you don't know where to start. If there are a few sailors on a ship, the storm split the ship into 3 halves. Okay, I'm kind of thinking we might go for that one, because it's just quite funny. The storm split the ship into 3 halves. Oh my goodness me, the 3 halves of the ship completely fell into the water. We'll go for that one because it's fun. The sailors were going down like sacks of bricks, and only one handsome redhead clung to life. Yeah, this sounds more like it. This sounds like a Tom Hunks epic. Fights with sailors, feed, fight with goat, feed, fight with jaguars, run out of food. You realise your life is frighteningly monotonous for an epic story. Tell everything like it is. Add mysticism, the story has to be epic. And there's Tom flexing one of his big arm muscles. Yeah, that one. The story has to be epic. Half an hour later, you're already fighting demons. This is exactly what I wanted. This is precisely what I thought would happen. I mentioned dragons. Not quite got dragons, but demons. So half an hour later, you're already fighting demons. Your parrot has turned out to be an enchanted princess, and the caves beneath the island hide the hiding place of a villainous inventor. Yes, perfect, Tom, perfect. The story is written rather quickly, but still you are not satisfied with something. You, a hedonistic sailor, who even on a desert island indulges in laziness and gluttony. Okay, so we can either say, no, I'm quite happy with myself, so we're okay being portrayed as a hedonistic sailor who loves a little bit of laziness and gluttony, or we could say, or maybe I'm a hard worker, and an ascetic? Ascetic? I don't know what that word means. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure. Okay, hang on a minute. To the internet. Oh, it means somebody who's kind of abstained from indulgences, like a monk or whatever. Somebody who's got good self-discipline and they don't give in to their kind of vices and urges. Oh no, that's definitely not Tom Hunks. No, I'm quite happy with myself. Absolutely. We are a hedonistic sailor. We're not a sailor though, game, but whatever the case. But you're a hedonistic, fantastic person who loves a bit of laziness and gluttony. So, do you know what? Yeah, I'm quite happy with myself. Those who are not satisfied with the real you, let them envy in silence. Absolutely. By sundown, your arm is already falling off from the relentless labour. You've written everything you can. Are you satisfied with your work? I don't know. I've not read it. Rate your work. Some chapters are full of epic adventures. Others are full of dull musings. You could have written about how Paris has changed since Louis XI. You threw the manuscript in the fire out of frustration. No. No. That was the tale of everything that had demons in it and a crazy underground inventor man. Oh dearie me. Okay, that was a bit of a shame. Eyes closing, body aching with a pleasant tiredness. It had been a great day, but tomorrow would be even better. So we could sleep under a tree or fall asleep on the beach. Let's sleep under a tree. To give us, a tiny modicum of cover, possibly. Oh, and there we go. Shelter from the water and sun. You fell asleep beautifully, and we recovered a heart, which is always a good thing. Oh, hang on. I thought we were going back to the map there, but no. A dream of heaven is disturbed by a dull pain in the abdominal area. Ouch. Okay, what have we been pecked by, kicked by? A second boot kick forced you to finally awake. A boot? What? Like a person? Oh, hello. Oh, there's a group of bandits. Well, brilliant. Wake up, sleepyhead. Hands up. Don't move or we'll shoot you where you stand. Hey, what or who are you? That person there looks very dashing too. It's a little kind of streak of white hair there. That looks very good. I like that. Okay, so we're going to go, what? Because we've just woken up. So we're probably a little bit kind of surprised. A pirate's barge. Oh, okay, right. So we can't stay on the lovely Paradise Island anymore. We have to go and see what's going on the pirate barge. Oh, this is all going very badly. The secret ways of the mountain haven't proven to be very good. I'm Keith Sloan. Hello there, Keith. I'm asking the questions here, not you. And the first question is, are you going to give up now or when we beat you? Surrender, run, I'll do the hit. Okay. Who knows? Who knows what the best option is here? We could surrender. We could just go, do you know what? We don't want to fight. Please don't hurt my face. Because, yeah, it's amazing. Look at it, aren't we? Ravishingly dashing. We could try and run away. But I think on that picture we saw they've probably got guns. Or, if we fight them, that might annoy them. But potentially, if they're sort of bandit pirate types, fighting them might make them go, do you know what? He's alright. Look, he's got a bit of fire in his belly. He's sort of, he's not as bad. He's not, so yeah, this sort of, this landlubber, this sort of, weak landlubber type. I don't know. Do you know what? Let's do that one. I'll do the hit. Let's just, have at you, good sirs. One pirate falls to the sand. There are 4 left, but the 5th is on his way up. Okay, now we're having a gigantic brawl with a load of pirates. The pirates have you surrounded on all sides, and each one is swinging for a strike. Okay, duck. Duck out the way, and they can all punch each other in the face in a sort of a comedy cartoon way. So we'll duck out the way. The 4 pirates struck with their sabres and hit each other. Okay, right. You're being grabbed by your arms and kicked. It won't be long before the pirates forget they're trying to grab you, not kill you. I surrender. Oh, let's fight. Let's go back to fighting again. You would have died, but Sloan's shout saved your life. You were tied up and taken to the barge. Okay, so we did it the hard way, but at least we gave it a bit of a fight there. Yeah, we tried our best. Okay, so now we're on a barge. We've had our fun, and that's it. So, brother, you understand why we brought you in? I understand, of course. I don't get it. Oh, I'm not your brother. You grey-haired silly man, that says over there. Might need to get a decency mug on that one. No, I've got no idea. I don't get it. Why are we here? What's going on? You're not the only one, brother. You're not the only one. Alright, you'll be useful on the ship. I don't want to go back on a boat. You're not a very bright guy. You're in living soul on the island, and you got stuff like a baron. Where'd you steal all that stuff? Why do I have to answer to you from my former ship? The angels helped me. Okay, I feel like right now, he did save us. Keith Sloan, with his wonderful kind of white streak of hair, he did help us just then. I think the pirates would have stabbed us to death or whatever had he not called them off. So let's be cordial to him. So yeah, we got it from my former ship. You're the only survivor of the crew. All the goodies on the ship survived. You're such a storyteller. And anyway, how did you manage to move everything off the ship by yourself? I had a dinghy. I made a raft with these hands. I threw it in the water and prayed. Again, let's tell him the truth. Had a dinghy. We absolutely had a dinghy. A victim for the truth. And you've got the boat intact, and you managed to haul everything. You're lying with eyes so honest. I'd like to punch you. So we told the truth, and he's punched us. Keith, why? Why, Keith? All right, the captain will deal with you. Look, here we are, our red kite. Hey guys, get Vass. Oh, okay, so he's not the captain. So we can inspect the ship, which has very lovely red sails. They're very nice, sort of burgundy-ish almost. Oh, I like the style. Or wait, you're not the captain. I mean, clearly not, if you're saying the captain would do with it. So let's inspect the ship instead. The red kite is battered by the cannonballs and storms, but the crew is already making minor repairs. They're not paying attention to you. The captain approaches. Okay, there's the captain. Sloan, your bum. Did you really find someone local? Come on, let's see who the... You? What about me? Captain? Hang on. Was that the captain from earlier? Was that the guy from earlier who went away on a boat? That when the mutiny happened, he went away on a boat and had a bit of a wry smile on his face, and it was a little bit weird. Was that the captain from before? I think it might have been, but they didn't have a name back then, I don't think. Okay, captain, huh? You remember who's in charge? A little fellow, unlike the gunner. Yeah, that was one from before, wasn't it? I thought the gunner would fail and sink the ship, but to have exactly one survivor who didn't mutiny, damn, Redhead, you and I are lucky. Oh, okay, right. Well, this is quite good then. Yeah, good to see you again, Captain. Hello. This calls for a drink. It's not my old collection, but there's some good stuff in here. Okay, how are you here? How are you on this brand new ship? Because this is an entirely new ship, because, you know, it's not in pieces and at the bottom of the ocean. How intriguing. Nude now to the point. Do you have any idea why we grabbed you? Do you need a nasal figure? Okay, so I assume a nasal figure is like the figures that go on the front of a boat sometimes. You have like sort of people underneath, don't you? Do you want to eat me? Because I know the island. I mean, because I know the island is probably the correct option. So we'll go for that. You're smart, Redhead. Take a pie from the shelf. Or, no, a galette. Ran out of pies a month ago. I don't know what a galette is, but I'll gladly have one, thank you, because it gave us another heart back. You've lived here a long time, I can tell. I mean, for as long as you last saw me when the mutiny happened, pretty much. And then there was a storm. And then, yeah, then we ended up stranded here. So, okay. So you can lead us through the jungle to an ancient temple. You know of one. That's the first I've heard, and we look bored. I just know it's there. I saw an altar in the woods. Okay. So if they're looking for that, the temple, we know there is a temple. We saw it. We went to the top of the mountain and we saw the temple. It was big and temple-y. If they're after that, there might be something in it that's possibly quite exciting or valuable. So maybe we say, do you know what? I didn't see the temple, but I did see an altar in the woods. They might be able to have a chat with the altar help system thing and spend ages dealing with that. I saw an altar in the woods. So let's go with that one. I've seen some of these things. Hell of a thing. I spent 2 weeks with one, but we need the main temple, Redhead. The altars weren't even close. But they were sort of close-ish. We need someone to lead us through the jungle. Someone tough and experienced, and someone who's not a pity. Just like you. Okay, can I say no? I have a question about the temple. The temple is clear, but tell me. No, I have a question about the temple, because I don't know what question we're going to ask about the temple, so I'm intrigued to know what we're asking about the temple. Well, it's really good for you to know something, but don't expect me to reveal all the plans. I mean, that makes perfect sense. Ask, but make it quick. How did you find out about the temple? You want to loot it? Is it dangerous in the temple? Okay, would you like to loot the temple? How did you find out about it? It's not hidden. They could have seen it, possibly. They could have sort of gone by and looked at it, because we saw it from the top of a mountain, and it doesn't look like it's in a hidden place. So, yeah, they've probably just seen it, or, you know, legend or whatever. Is it dangerous? Probably. Probably is. I'm thinking like an Indiana Jones type thing with boulders and darts and spikes and pits and snakes and things. So, do you want to loot it? I mean, again, I think we know the answer to that, but that seems like the most prudent one. So, do you want to loot it? Some of our people are idiots, but I'm not suicidal. I don't want what's inside the temple, I want what's outside. Oh, okay, that I was not expecting. Okay, ask but make it quick. Okay, we can ask the other ones then. So, how did you find out about it? The conquistadors had already tried to rob him. He survived alone. Now he wanders around taverns and laments his fate. For a bottle of Burgundy, he told me everything he knew. Okay, right, so somebody from this island has then sort of gone away and told of the people. Okay, for the price of a bottle of Burgundy. Right you are. Is it dangerous in the temple? Sure, but we're not going into the temple itself. No need to risk it for Indian jewellery. Okay, that's a bit obscure, but right you are. Thank you. That makes sense. It doesn't really make any sense, because what are they getting from the outside of the temple? Good to know. Get ready for the expedition. I should lock you up. No, I'm not unlocking the hold with that crazy guy. Just out of the way and don't try to escape. What? Okay, get on board. We'll start the expedition tomorrow morning. If you can do something useful in the meantime, don't sit on your backside, that says over there. And now we've got... Oh, there's a gigantic boat. There's a big boat over here now. And the top bit of the map has been cleared a bit, look. So now, yes, we've sort of cleared the clouds away. And we can see over here. So there's kind of like a sort of spit of land, is that? Like a bit sticking out over there. And that's kind of it. So nothing of interest over there. So really, we are now going to head toward our temple over here. But yeah, there is quite a lot of island. There's something over there, look. There's something here. You can just see it as the clouds sort of bob up and down a bit. You can see there are things here. And of course, there's an entire big bit here. Who knows what's behind that? I don't know at all. So there's quite a lot of island left. I mean, what we're going to do is we're going to wrap things up for now. We're going to finish things up for the minute because I think we're at a pretty good point to stop things for the moment. So when we come back, we shall carry on with our jungle expedition. We'll go... I mean, the marker for the jungle expedition is in the middle of the water there. I thought maybe it might have been over here. So we'll make our way, I imagine, from the very lovely boat all the way over here and then toward this. And then we'll find out what they want from the outside of it, which is quite intriguing because I don't know what they want from the outside of it. We didn't find out what they were sort of looking for. So that could be quite interesting. But yeah, we have sort of, we have gone a long way this time round. We started down here, made a fairly sort of shoddy statue of ourselves, which we then sort of demolished and it fell apart. And then we came round here, then we injured our legs, we can go back this way, end up in a forest over here, then ended up going over here and getting almost murdered by birds, and then we found a lovely island, and then we kind of got abducted by pirates. Again, that's the second time we've been abducted by boaty people, and now we're going on another expedition. I do feel, though, that maybe Tom Hunks is being a little bit of a fraud to the pirates, which might possibly come back to bite him on the backside at some point, because they're expecting him to be leading this expedition, knowing what he's doing. They think he's going to go to the island and know how to survive and know how to plot routes and, you know, get by and deal with all the issues. We don't know what we're doing. We don't know what we're doing at all. Granted, we're alive. We're not dead, but only by pure chance. We don't know what we're doing at all. We're just sort of bumbling about and hoping for the best. I mean, so far, yes, okay, we did find a Paradise Valley over here and a Paradise Island over here. And they're two good finds, yay for finding the lovely locations. But in amidst finding those, we've broken our leg, been killed by midges, been pecked by parrots, been chased by big kind of crocodile things, we dodged a rockfall, all sorts of bad things have happened and we don't know what we're doing. We get lost a lot of the time. We generally don't know how to survive on an island, but the pirates seem to think that we do. So we'll have to go along with that as best we can, because if they realise that we are just some kind of bumbling landlubber type who doesn't know how to survive at all in a jungle, then yes, they might possibly kill us to death. And that might not be a good thing. So I think, yeah, we'll have to try and keep up appearances that we know what we're doing and try and make them think that we are some sort of, you know, fantastic, brave, very clever survival expert, whereas really we're just somebody who thinks a lot of themselves, who looks completely fantastic but doesn't know anything about island survival at all. So we'll see what happens when we come back next time and we carry on our adventures with Tom Hunks in Choice of Life Wild Islands. But yes, we'll wrap things up for now. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. If you are, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time out in Choice of Life Wild Islands. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. You've been sentenced to 23 years for multiple crimes, including loud humming and public nose picking. Oh my goodness me. It looks like we're serving bacon, eggs, green stuff, and whatever that might be just there. Our psychologist has been murdered by a prisoner with a fountain pen.